Hi, I'm Adam Solgett, and I'm here today with my wife, Becky. Wonderful wife. I'm sure many of you have heard me talk about her over the years on the podcast. We're coming today to talk a little bit about how we think the communication skills of our community listens has maintained our marriage. That's what I like to say, because over the years, we've never been in a position where I felt like our marriage needed to be saved, as people would say, the old saying. But I have felt like there are times when our marriage needed to be maintained, right? We needed to communicate. And both of us going through the class, I believe, has given us common language to do that, helped us maintain our marriage. And I have an example that I'll bring up, but first I'll ask you, Becky, tell me, why do you think OCL has helped maintain our marriage?
Well, one thing that I really took from the training that I went to was that it's very important to, when someone else is talking, not to just wait to respond, to actually listen to what they're saying. Because I find myself doing that all the time, even at work or with friends or family. I'm just constantly like, oh, they're saying something and I have a related story, and hurry up and get done with what you're saying so I can say what I want to say. I still catch myself doing that sometimes when we're talking, especially if we're talking about something where maybe we're not totally agreeing or we're trying to understand each other. I'll oftentimes try to interrupt you, or you'll interrupt me, and then that creates anger, and we're like, don't interrupt,
Right.
And so I think that's been, I just hear the voice in my head. Misty and Mike Schaefer taught our class, and I can hear their voices, empathize, listen to understand, not to respond.
Yeah, so a really good example of that in my mind, and I knew you were going to mention that. And so a time when I know I wasn't doing that was a few weeks back. We were talking about our kids, and you were basically just expressing yourself, worry that you had. And I immediately jump into, it's okay. And you said, and this is one of the things I really love about the two of us having gone through this, sometimes we're able to call each other out. I don't know if that's really the best way to put it, but we're able to say to each other, hey, you're not really hearing me, you're not listening, I need you to slow down, I need you to take a step back, I need you to listen. And so I remember that night you said that before I was bringing our other daughter to dance class. So on my way to dance, I was thinking about, she's right. I kind of jumped into, it'll be all right. I moved past what she was saying. So I knew when I got home to just take the time to listen, because sometimes that's all you need. And we've talked about this before. You process at a different rate than I do. And that doesn't make anybody better than or different. Everybody processes differently. So that's one thing I've learned in our communication skills, using these skills between us, is that you're going to take a little bit longer to process through something. And I know that I need to be ready to just listen.
Right.